Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dumb Laws from the Grave. I'm your host, Grave Knives, coming to you from the Grave's Court. Today, we're going to be checking out some dumb laws from a state, but before we get started, I do want to run across a few things with you just so you can keep in mind before we watch and see what this state has to offer. You're going to see a lot of dumb laws, yes, but you're also going to see a lot of BS laws. Absolutely, a lot of bullshit happening, but there are laws out there that will have truth to them. Now, a lot of the ones that do have truth to them tend to have, like a much older era setting. And we're talking 100, 150, 200 years ago. And if you're, possibly wondering why they could be still on the books, well, it's a long process to actually remove a law because a law is not singularly, it's not just written on the book on it by itself. It is a part of a bill. So, which is included with a variety of other things. So then they have to get in the lawyers, they have to rewrite the whole thing. They have to go through reviews, voting, and you can end up getting something way worse happening in your area as opposed to the thing that was just because. So a lot of times people just kind of like let it go and it's not enforced because they know it's morally wrong or whatever. Now, then there's like overly exaggerated laws. That'll happen a lot too, where somebody will be like, oh, you can't harass a Sasquatch, or you can't shoot a fucking whale in Tennessee. There's a good one. And these are, they're basically taking the most extreme possibility out of an actual law and saying, well, technically that does count. And technically, I guess they're right, but they're technically an asshole for stretching it. However, bravo for it. Anyways, but still. Now, so don't take them too deep to heart by any means. I don't know. With all that being said, I hope you enjoy. And now let's see what they got. All right, so getting us started with part 2 of round 2 for California. I'm going to try to get through these as quickly as possible because there's still a crap ton to get through. So, first one up here is giving or receiving oral sex is prohibited. I don't know what the consequences are, but you're probably all in trouble, like serious trouble. I don't know what the maximum offense, repeat offenders, definitely. Anyways. So, it's 99.99% religiously motivated law? Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. Almost 100%. I'd be shocked if that wasn't, but let's see. No person may carry a fish into a bar. Okay, so animals prohibited from food establishments. It is unlawful for any person to allow or permit any animal in or take any animal, whether loose or on a leash or in arms, into any food establishment, such as a restaurant, grocery store, meat market, or to any place where alcoholic beverages are sold, except guide dogs. Service animals. How's that a dumb law? No, if it's not a service animal, keep your dog out of the restaurant, or and as far as like this person like picking out the fish into a bar, I can almost guarantee you wouldn't be refused service. They would probably serve you just as anybody else. If you walked in, sat down with a fish bowl with a fish, serve you, and they'd be like, so what's the story about the fish? They would probably be interested. No one's going to be like, get you and your fish the fuck out of here right now. What the fuck? We don't serve your kind around here. We don't serve that kind around here, that fishy kind. Anyways, fucking stupid. It's not a dumb law. It is illegal to fish from an overpass or in the city. It doesn't really say what city apparently, but jumping or fishing from a bridge or overpass prohibited. It shall be unlawful for any person to jump or fish from any bridge or overpass located within the city limits. There's so much, like, you probably shouldn't be fishing. Now, it doesn't say what city. It doesn't say what, if it's a big city where, like, I don't know, maybe it's like, if there's big bridges where there's a lot of boat traffic going down, Probably not a great thing to be waving your, line down there, trying to fish, catching, yanking the pole out of your hand and falling down, hitting somebody who's trying to work or, whatever. It could cause all sorts of issues. Not to mention if you're on an overpass, go to cast. Fucking car goes past. And away your fucking pole goes. I don't know why. That was a hell of a rhyme there, wasn't it? No, yeah, I mean, if you're on an overpass, by the way, walk your ass down to the damn whatever body of water that you're fishing from and fish. Being a dick. But I get a better fishing spot up here. Shut up. Anyways. No, I don't see it too much as a dumb law. But I mean, also, by the way, jumping is illegal too. So that one's kind of, hey, it's illegal to jump from a bridge. Really? Who are you charging with that one? I mean, are we talking just like free fall? There's different kinds of jumps. I mean, I guess if you got like a bungee cord, a bungee jumping, now that I could see them being all like, yeah, don't do that. Because, again, boat going by, you decide to have ill time. And then, things happen. People are dumb. One may not allow his or her dog to chase a squirrel in the summer. Dogs pursuing livestock, protected animals, or game animals. It is unlawful for any person to permit any dog which is owned, harbored, or controlled by such person to pursue, wound, or kill any of the following. C. Game animals during the closed hunting season, of such animals. So squirrel season's closed, and I guess in the summer, and they're saying, look, no one, okay, if you're out, you're actually trying to, hunt squirrel and you're letting your dog go after squirrel, then yeah, you might catch some shit about that. But no one's going to be you let your dog out the backyard and it goes and chases a squirrel or even manages to catch it. It's not going to be like, excuse me, we had a report of a squirrel scream coming from the backyard after you let your dog out. We need to see your canine and have a word with him. Who the fuck is doing that? No one's doing that. No, I mean, there's other animals, too, that you could, that they could be doing that could be applicable to. Again, no, not in your backyard. You're safe. Don't worry, you're all safe to let your dog out in the back. Growing Olender flowers is illegal. Section, blah, blah, blah. Prohibition. No person, corporation, or public agency shall plant or cultivate the Olender plant at any place in the city for any purpose whatsoever. Olender is extremely dangerous, toxic to horses as well as other animals. Norco is a very high concentration of horses, and therefore the need to ban Olender is necessary to prevent any horse in the city from accidental ingestion of a poisonous plant. I mean, maybe is it something that smells good and it actually attracts them, but it ends up being toxic to them because there's something in it? How is that a dumb fucking law? Are you mad because that was the one flower to complete my fucking collection? Fucking dumb law. No, what the fuck? Either that or you're some sick fuck out there trying to poison horses. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways. All persons wishing to keep a rhinoceros as a pet must obtain a $100 license first. Sweet. Permit definition. Except as provided in this chapter, no person shall possess, keep, maintain, or have in his possession or under his control within the city any elephant, bear, hippopotamus, rhinoceros, lion, tiger, leopard, panther, ungulate, lynx, cougar, wolf, alligator, fox, raccoon, coyote, monkey, ape, chimpanzee, birds of prey, poisonous reptile, or other. Okay, so out of all that, they picked rhinoceros. And I'm going to say it's fucking dumb just to have it up there. Not the law is dumb. No, I don't think it's a dumb law. Why? Because well, I mean, maybe it is kind of if you look at it in the sense of, damn, they just got to get that tax. They need that $100 permit. Thanks. Now you can keep your animal. Now that I could see as being dumb 100%. But if you're saying it's dumb that they're charging only $100, I can guarantee that rhinoceros or hippopotamus or whatever the fuck they're keeping is going to cost them a whole lot more than $100. So they're probably got the money set aside. I mean, $100 license is like whatever. But like I said, if it's in the sense of like an unnecessary, you know, like, oh, it's just the tax, you know. But I guess at the same time, it keeps people from just like any Joe Schmo managing to get a hold of an alligator and be like, oh, it's my pet. You know, I don't know. But at the same time, though, yes, it is like it's probably an unnecessary, I don't know, it's a taxation on the people. One more. So again, like I said, if it's that, I totally get it. But it is unlawful to give another fireworks. Oh, shit. Can y'all have fireworks? What the fuck? You can't? What? Unlawful uses. It is unlawful for any person, firm, or corporation to have in his or its possession, or to keep, store, use, shoot, discharge, set off, ignite, manufacture, sell, give, transport any fireworks pursuant to a permit obtained under the provisions of section blah blah blah. Is there more to it, or of the Health and Safety Code of the State of California? So, like, what, y'all really aren't allowed to... Well, you know what? What am I thinking? What the fuck am I... Like, y'all have enough issues with fires out there. No, y'all don't need no damn fireworks. No, seriously. I mean, I'm sure that's one of the big reasons why they're like, no. Vehicles may not... Because there are some dumb people that do some dumb things. Vehicles may not contain sound systems which allow someone to hear noise outside the vehicle. What? A ruckus noise. No driver or vehicle shall operate or permit operation of any radio system intended to make sound audible outside of the vehicle when the vehicle is being operated upon a highway, unless such system is being operated to request assistance or warn of a hazardous situation. This section shall not apply. Come on. Where you at? This section shall not apply to the radio systems of vehicles used for advertising or in parades, political, or other special events, except that use of radio systems on such vehicles may be prohibited by local authority by ordinance or resolution. I'm not sure if that's 100% like a state law, but it sounds like what they're saying is like, if you're advertising, if it's in a parade, or you're trying to get someone to vote for you for politics or whatever, special events, that's all good. Make as much noise as you want. You want to play your radio? Get the fuck out of here. No. I also, as you've seen, it says, I'm assuming, you know, by a local authority, or so I guess they're kind of saying like, we let you make your own call, but technically it's illegal, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of fucking shitty, but at the same time, I'm sure it's not really enforced that often. I mean, you got to have some kind of a powerful system nowadays to, like, actually catch the attention and be like, I don't know, maybe they just use it as an excuse, too. I'm sure that happens plenty. Hey, your radio is kind of loud. Well, thank you for noticing, officer. Fuck. It is illegal to skateboard and roller skate through the courthouse and library. Skateboarding and roller skating prohibited. No person shall use or operate any skateboard. It looks like it's going to go on for a second. Let me go ahead and just open that. Okay, no person shall use or operate any skateboard or roller skates on county property at the following locations, except in areas designated for such purposes by the director of the county department having jurisdiction thereof. The LA County Supreme Court, and the Compton branch of the County Public Library. So those two very specific spots you can't. And people are burned on that one. I guess they're upset about that. Like, who wants to go skating at the fucking courthouse? But hey, guess what? Guess what they didn't cover in there? Soaping. Soap it up, brothers. Soap it up. Brothers and sisters. Soap it up, everybody. Okay, no person may charge admission to a house party. Charging admissions to parties in residential zones prohibited. It is unlawful to charge for admission to any party conducted in a residential zone. I guess that's everywhere, huh? Neat. It is illegal to. That does kind of sound stupid. I mean, if you're hosting your own party, why can't you fucking? That is kind of dumb. Yeah, I'll definitely give it that last one was dumb. Fuck it. Like, it's your own. Nobody has to come. Nobody has to come. I mean, like, that doesn't want to. It doesn't want to pay the price, you know, or like $5, $10 for admission. You know, it usually costs to, you know, run a house party. Not to mention if there's going to be a possible bailout necessary later on. That's probably a good thing to collect some money up ahead of time. It is illegal to set metal balloons afloat in the air. You know, you might be laughing and saying that's stupid, but metal balloons are real. I mean, you can have them. I mean, they can make them. I don't know why the fuck you would want one, but whatever. Metallic balloons, be banned. It shall be unlawful to allow one or more metallic balloons to float, rise, or remain afloat outdoors, aloft outdoors, at a height of 5 feet or more for any advertising, promotional, or commercial purpose. Yeah, okay, but it's still dumb. Like, yeah, they may make them and everything, but like, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the fuck they're using them for. Maybe they use big balloons like that and they have a more metallic a material to them to make them more durable. But at the same time, what's it fucking matter? I don't know. It does sound pretty damn dumb. Absolutely. Well, food in a children's camp must be approved by the director before being used. So, food supply. It is unlawful to use any food in a children's camp unless such food is from a source approved by the director. I would like to say I hope they're not talking about like snacks and stuff. Like, oh, I brought the snack. No, that's not approved. Confiscated. If that's the case, bullshit. But I would almost want to think that they were talking more like the food, the main meals, the meals that they're serving and snacks, serving out to the children during the day, that they would probably want a more selected. I'm sure, I mean, again, if you're really like going to a camp that is like, no, you can't bring that in off to the side, you know, your own free will. Probably not a camp you really want to be in. I think it's more like a cult activity style, you know, like a pre-warm up to your cult. Anyways. You know, don't eat a fucking chip. Don't eat a fucking zebra cake. Come on. Crushing rocks in the city limits is forbidden. Forbidden. Operation of machinery unlawful. It is declared to be a nuisance, and it is unlawful for any person to operate a rock or stone crusher or rock or stone crushing machinery within the city. I don't know. Okay, so that sounds really specific, so I'm going to guess that somebody was like pissed off that they couldn't open their rock crushing business in the middle of the city. Fuck, I don't know. How is that a dumb law? I mean, if it's that, I imagine it would be pretty loud. I wouldn't want to be living right next door to that. I mean, as far as like a big operation, like a quarry, you know, but then I guess if you put your house next to a quarry, but if a quarry comes next to your house, that's different. So, but no, I just don't. I rented this rock crusher today because my neighbor's an asshole and I just wanted to make noise. What is it? What? Who the fuck is out there with a rock crusher? That's too specific. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's dumb just because, like, unless they're talking about main factories, it's just too damn. No one individual I can see really. It just doesn't seem logical. Foretelling the future or for donations is illegal. So you can't foretell the future for donations. Fortune telling, spiritualism, and related activities no person shall practice or solicit, advertise, or purport to practice as a business or for any consideration, fee, donation, gratuity, reward, or compensation, any art or calling which seeks the purports to predict or foretell future events or the fate of future acts or fortunes. Apparently you can't be a fortune teller, and which again though, like that's gotta be like a city or a county law, because I don't see that being a state. Is there a little bit more? No, but still, I'd say that'd have to be a more local area law, definitely. Because I know that there's definitely fortune telling. It's not like, even if it is, they're obviously not enforcing it, but maybe in certain counties or small towns, rural areas, most definitely possible. Drinking intoxicating cement is prohibited. Unhealthy, too. Just saying. Don't drink cement. Are they fucking talking about rubber cement? What the fuck? Inhaling or drinking certain substances. No person shall inhale, breathe, or drink any intoxicating glue, adhesive, cement. Mucilage? Maybe it's just because it's separated, so I'm not seeing it. I don't know. Dope or any other similar material for the purpose of becoming intoxicated. So you can't huff. That's what they're saying. Don't huff rubber cement. I don't know. I guess if you switch things around just right, you could actually come up with the phrase "don't drink intoxicating cement" and it actually be plausible. I guess they are technically right. It's technically kind of a dumb law. But then again, even more so, isn't it kind of a dumb law that you gotta fucking tell someone, hey, don't huff those chemicals. It's against the law. How about you just put up a warning, like, don't do it? You know? Like, if they huff it too much, they're gonna cook their brain. So, like, what are you gonna do? Like, who are you gonna really punish there? They're probably half gone anyways, at least. The shit is rough on the old noggin. It's not good for the brain cells. I'm just saying. I read it somewhere. I'm pretty sure. It is illegal for a trumpet player to play his instrument with the intention of luring someone to a store. Musical instruments using in attracting customers for sales. It is declared to be a nuisance, and it is unlawful for any person vending, advertising, or soliciting the sale of, or assisting in vending, advertising, or soliciting the sale of any kind of notions, merchandise, or medicines in the city to use as a musical. Okay. I can see stuff like this. But again, I don't see. It says city in the city. It's definitely, okay, city ordinance. Okay. It's not statewide, obviously, because that would just be kind of bizarre to me. Although I can see some people, you play certain things too loud, if you're like in a plaza, and you're blasting your music to the point to where like it's disturbing the other businesses and their customers, and conducting business. Yeah, I could see that getting, but it's illegal to play for a trumpet player to play his trumpet with the intention of luring someone. That's just so fucking picked out of their specific asshole. It is illegal to pour salt on a highway, like table salt or spilling products of on certain pavements. It is unlawful for any person to spill, pour, drop, or place on the permit the spilling of, pouring, dropping, or placing upon any asphalt or bituminous pavement laid upon any public street, court, alley, or place within the city, and oil, petroleum, kerosene, benzene, or other similar oil. It's a city ordinance. Or any injurious, destructive material which might damage such pavement. Okay, so what do you use for when, again, I don't know where this, obviously, if they're not in a place that's in California, but some places in California get snow and ice, so, but so long as it's not, then I can kind of see why they're like, hey, don't be dropping chemicals all over to eat up the asphalt. Hey, trust me, I see what salting the roads does out here. It tears them up pretty good. But at the same time, I don't know. Who's out there really like pouring salt, like, or any other kerosene? Who's pouring kerosene out onto the fucking highway? Like that law seemed to cover a whole lot more than just don't throw salt on the highway. I'm thinking like for ice. That's all I'm thinking. They're talking specifically about putting things to just. It sounds like they're saying they're putting things just to destroy the road. So, again, if that's the case, if that's the law there, like they don't want you to destroy the highway, How's that fucking dumb? That shit costs, right? That's already taxpayers already having to pay a fucking butt ton of money. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a dumb law to me in the overall. No person may show his or her buttocks on a playground. I'm hoping this is like, I mean, this is not aimed at it like a 6-year-old running around or something like, kiss my ass or something. You know, and of course, I'm not saying kiss my ass, but I'm already going to tell you this is probably pertaining to adults. Just saying. Nudity in public parks, playgrounds, and beaches. Section A. Definition of park. The term park includes every public park, roadside rest areas, playground, zoological garden, ocean, beach, or other recreational facility, together with any parking lot, reservoir, pier, swimming pool, court, field, bridle path, train, or other recreational facility or structure thereon. Okay, so like, really sounds like to me, family places where kids are gonna be, keep your fucking pants on. It's not a dumb law. Sorry, it's not dumb. I'm not even gonna like entertain that. Fuck that. Let's keep your fucking pants on. Okay. Public restrooms must be supplied with toilet paper. I hope. Well, I mean, it's a law. Washrooms, public washrooms, every person maintaining any toilet, washrooms, or bath or shower room for the use of employees or the public shall at all times keep the floors, walls, ceilings, lavatory urinals, and toilet bowl free from any accumulation of dirt, filth, or corrosion. Shut the fuck up. Okay. I don't know. I'm sure there's some bathrooms out there at gas stations or restaurants or whatever that don't look too bad. No. Come on. I know I've walked into a time. I mean, I'm in a different state, obviously, but I'm sure that doesn't matter one bit. I'm sure there's plenty of bathrooms. That's not just the toilet paper. That's cars may not be driven in reverse. It's not saying, okay, I think it is a law. I think I've heard it before, and it's not saying you can't reverse your car and drive, and back up. It's saying don't try to conduct your whole drive from point A to point B in reverse. All right? If you don't think about it, your taillights are actually on the back, so how the fuck is somebody going to see, Don't do it. I mean, they're talking long distances, trying to be goofy and, Keep them coming with the not so dumb laws, and it is illegal to jump into a passing car. What the fuck? Boarding or alighting from vehicles in motion. No person shall board or alight from any vehicle while such vehicle is in motion. So, your plan to Fast and Furious, rob the truckers as you're like jumping on, that's illegal. If you wanted to like, now I could see if like somebody was like, kids doing some stupid video or something where like, I'm going to jump in the car as it drives by. No, you're fucking not. You're going to fucking get hurt. I mean, like, I just don't know. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. I mean, they got to be going really slow and there can't be any fucking door on the thing because they do come at an angle, by the way. But anyways, I could see that actually, like, if somebody was to do it and then someone got, like, really hurt or something, then they could actually charge the driver with actually being dumb enough to be like, yeah, try to jump in my car while I drive by, dude. Yeah. It's fucking stupid. Don't do it. Why is it on the dumb law list? Check off. A person must be 18 years old to buy a wax container. Findings, the council finds that a large number of paraffin or wax containers are being discarded on the sidewalks of the city by children. Such containers, when discarded, become soft from the warmth of the sun and create a waxy, oily, greasy, slippery, dangerous, and unsightly condition. Okay. The condition is aggravated because the contents... the condition is aggravated because the contents the containers attract large numbers of noxious flies. Really? They attract flies too, huh? Okay, so the discarded wax containers constitute a hazard to pedestrians. I mean, yeah, if it's making it slick, and oily on that, okay. Also, quit being a dick and just throwing your wax containers or whatever. You're just chucking them, dick. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Stop it. One may not take his dog on a elevator with him. I don't know. I know. I mean, I wouldn't just leave it in walking areas. By the way, the wax stuff. I mean, you could be a little bit more responsible. If you're gonna have fun, whatever you're doing, soaping, skating, I guess. Fucking pick it up. Pick up after yourself. Be a decent person, for God's sakes. Not even a decent person. Just be a fucking normal human being and clean up after yourself. Jesus. One may not take his dog on an elevator with him. Restaurants, public restrictions. Restrictions, public elevators. No person owning or having charge, care, custody, or control of any dog shall cause or allow it to go or to be taken into any elevator in any or in any office building, retail store, or public building. This section shall not apply to dogs being used by the blind. Service animals. Man, like, I could see things, situations of, like, if the dog isn't, like, adjust or, accustomed to the whole elevator feel when it lifts up and down, I could see the dog, like, shit and pissing all over the elevator and then, like, someone just walking on and leaving it. Again, this isn't necessarily by any means a state statute. It's probably a city ordinance. But still, kind of what's really more dumb about the fact that they got the law or the fact that people were such assholes they had to make the law? Getting drunk on a playground is against the law. Okay, come on, people. Drinking on street or playground. No person shall drink any beer, wine, or other intoxicating beverage on any street, sidewalk, pedestrian, mall, alley, highway, playground, parking lot open to the general public or other lot open to the general public. The section shall not be deemed to make... What the hell? This section shall not be deemed to make punishable an act or acts which are prohibited by... Oh, wait. Shall not be deemed... What the hell? By the statute of the state of California. This section shall not apply to any person in an encroachment area posted pursuant to subsection D. So, okay, it gets pretty... ultimately, though, they're like, hey, don't get public intoxication. Is that, like, really hard to say, public intoxication? Which I do kind of have an issue with. Because, like, you go to the bar, you get drunk. Okay? You're supposed to, like, find a ride home, and that's the only option. Otherwise, what? You sleep outside on the ground? Because if you drive, that's driving while intoxicated. That's DUI. Lose your license. If you're walking around, then that's public intoxication, and then they bust your ass for that. So... where do you win? I mean, I don't know. At the same time, like, I've seen, like, in my area, you can usually, if you've had a few beers, you're walking home or something, they're not going to, if you're, like, stumbling all over the road trying to make it back home, they might, stop and pay some attention to you. They may not necessarily even pick you up, take you to jail. They may just get you home, be like, I didn't want to drive, and nobody would come pick me up, so I had to do something. They would probably give you a ride at, best hopes. Or they give you a ride, and then here's your public intoxication ticket, have a good day. Drop you off at the house, nice and safe. Elementary schools may not host poker tournaments. What the fuck? Gambling on or about school property. No person shall play, participate in, or bet against or for or against any game not mentioned in Section 330 or 330A in the Penal Code of the State of California in any public place or any place exposed to the public view located within 300 feet. Where's he at? 300 feet of any of any school if said game is played, conducted, dealt, or carried out with cards, dice, or other devices for money, checks, chips, credits, or any other thing which has been or which represents value. So elementary schools cannot host poker tournaments. Can I ask, just like the real, what elementary school is hosting a poker tournament? Really? Like, even if it's for like adults, they're not doing it. Now, however, like you can't have poker games across the street, living across the street from the school. I could almost feel that, like that would have been probably more in my eyes, because that's kind of, it said within 300 feet. Hell, if you live, at least here, you live across the street, you're within 300 feet. You and your buddies come hang out and fucking play some cards, bet some money. Illegal. No, I mean, seriously doubt it. That would just be more of a dumb law, though, than like elementary schools can't host a fucking tournament. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, it's illegal to sell gasoline to a drunk person. Sale of gasoline to an intoxicated person. No person shall sell, loan, give, or deliver gasoline to any person under the influence of an intoxicating liquor. Because, well, you shouldn't really be driving to fucking begin with. And giving someone fuel who is intoxicated very well could, be a way for them to operate a motor vehicle. Which, similar to, I guess, like a bartender being held accountable who overserves people, like, to the point that they're freaking smashed, instead of saying, you're pretty lit, we're going to call it. I could see it. I don't, it's oddly specific. I mean, don't sell gas to an intoxicated person. Like I said, so long as they're not operating a motor vehicle. I mean, at the same time, though, it doesn't sound like a great idea if you're really drunk to be messing with the gasoline. I mean, what are you doing with the gasoline? Look, we always started our bonfires well before we were not smashed when we went to go start them, all right? So, permanent markers may not be sold in the city limits. What city? What fucking city? Fresno? Really? Display of aerosol, spray, paint, containers, and marker pens. It shall be unlawful for any person, firm, or corporation doing business within the city of Fresno to store, stock, keep, or display for sale or transfer any aerosol, spray, paint, container, or any inedible ink marker pen. If it's edible, it's okay. Inedible with a tip exceeding 4 millimeters in width. What the fuck? In an area other than a place that is locked and secure, or it is or otherwise made unavailable to the public, which is accessible only to the employees of such business. Man, the fucking millimeters. The millimeter. You can't have it over 4 millimeter tip. Ooh. I'll tell you what, I got that beat, Chief. No. No, that's fucking stupid. Is that huffing? Is that huffing? Because, like, that's spray paint containers and marker pens. That's the only thing I can connect with those two. Like, is the graffiti with Sharpies that bad to where I don't think so. I wouldn't expect it, so it's got to be a huffing thing. Maybe not. Maybe that's about the whole tip, like, so you're limited to what you can write on, I guess. I don't fucking know. Also, I would think that'd be more like what you could, sniff, but man, fuck that. It's got to, nah, man, like, I don't even care for the smell of them to begin with. They smell funky, but, like, I mean, not funky in the sense of, like, oh, I can't stand it, but, like, it doesn't make me want to, oh, yeah, ooh, I'm feeling good. Like, really? Is that how you get your fucking kicks? Jesus. I don't know, go get drunk and buy some gasoline and huff it. Oh, it won't work, will it? No. Anyways, it is against the law to hold a private bingo game. Conditions of operation is unlawful for any bingo game to be operated in violation of any of the following conditions. No minor shall be allowed to participate in any bingo game. All bingo games shall be open to the public, not just to members of the nonprofit organization. Oh man, fuck all that. So, but right there it actually says it. All bingo games shall be open to the public, not just to members of the nonprofit organization. So you can't host a private bingo game. I guess if you're an organization, yeah. I mean, I don't know what kind of. Can you play bingo at home? Do you and your friends play bingo? Can you gamble that way? I guess. I mean, it sounds lamer, but, you know. I'd rather just play cards or dice, but that's just me. Skipping rocks in a city park is not allowed. Within the city limits of any park, no person shall do any of the acts hereinafter specified to wit. Drive or let loose any cattle, horse, or other livestock, provided that this shall not apply to dogs when led by a cord or chain not more than 6 feet. Dear God. Okay, hold on. I just seen sell tickets. Sell tickets for a performance. Cut, break, injure, deface, or disturb any tree. Cut or remove any wood, turf, grass. Distribute any commercial handbills or circulars or post place or I guess advertising flyers. Yeah, swim, bathe, or wade in or pollute the water of any fountain. Make or kindle a fire for any purpose except at places provided for such purpose. Okay. So, right, camp, lodge there in any place. Now, so you can't camp in the park. Why the fuck are you camping in the park? Well, you know what? Not going there, but I'm sure there's a lot of people camping in the park. Just saying. Ride, drive, or propel any vehicle elsewhere than on the paths. Indulge in righteous botiris, threatening incident of or immoral conduct, or abusive, threatening, profane language, or throw stones or missiles. Or missiles! No throwing missiles! I love it when they say fucking throwing missiles, man. Projectiles. They just... I don't know. I hate that term because a missile to us, at least nowadays, is like a big old rock missile. Not, you know... I shot a freaking red hot at you with my slingshot. I launched a missile. You know. Okay, so there's quite a bit there, but so you can't skip rocks though. So, but I guess they're saying, but you know, skipping rocks in a city park is not allowed. That's just it. Like that phrase itself. Actually, ultimately, I didn't notice it first. That's pretty dumb. Who the fuck skips rocks in a park? I've skipped rocks across the lake, across the pond. Who the fuck is skipping rocks across the park? You're gonna hit somebody with a fucking rock. How's that dumb? Fuck. I was just chucking rocks in the park. That's what I do. I just come out here and chuck the rocks. I'll do it for fun. Fucking assholes. Throwing rocks. No one may annoy a lizard in the city park. No person shall hunt, pursue, annoy, or throw stones or missiles again, at or molest or disturb in any way any animal, bird, or reptile within the confines of any park. Okay, so first of all, it's not even like just a lizard, but why the hell did we not type in, it is illegal to molest any lizard in the park? That should have been your fucking headliner right there. I'm just saying. Edit that shit. Anyways, God, you know what? I'm going to call it for this one. We got through quite a good chunk. We're going to have another one coming, though, so be watching. I hope you enjoyed, as always. Get baked, stay baked, from the grave to the grave, all day, every day. I'm Grave Knives. Peace, everybody. See you later.